Hello, I'm Paula Cardozo. I'm the librarian covering music this year, while the wonderful Sandra Cowan is on her study leave. This video is a quick introduction to just a selection of some of the library resources available to support your program. Before we jump into those resources, let's talk about how to get help in the library. No one expects you to be an instant expert, and your information literacy skills, they're constantly developing and improving, and knowing when to ask for help is a big part of that. On the right is the big Ask Us button, and this is the first place you're going to go for library help. Now you can visit us in person at the research desk, which is just inside the library right at the entrance. But you also have a couple of different options here. You can send us an instant message, you can phone us, text us, email us. There's lots of different options. In addition to the in-person help that's available, we've also constructed a number of guides that are meant to be self-serve help functions anytime you need it. So let's go ahead and click here on the Guides tab. The very first column goes through all the different steps that you're going to be using when you're doing your own research. I'm not going to go through each one of these ones, but they're there for you anytime you need it. But I did want to point out two that I feel are really important. Number 5 is your Evaluate Sources one. If you've ever been wondering how to tell if something's peer-reviewed or scholarly, take a look at this guide and it's going to walk you through some of the things you're going to be looking for. Another one that's really important is number 9. That's the Cite Sources guide, and that includes a guide specific to Chicago. Over in the final column, we have guides that are specific to really unique types of resources, so take a look at that if you need it. We're going to focus on the second column. These are the subject area guides that are constructed by your subject librarians to support all the major fields of study here at the University of Lethbridge. Your music ones live under this Fine Arts. So we're going to click here, and Sandra has constructed 2 different guides for you. She's got one general to music resources and then one that's more specific to music scores and sheet music. Let's go into the first one together right now. So welcome to the Music Resources Guide. That's me, Paula. That's my cat, Freddie. In addition to giving you another prompt for getting help from that Ask Us, if it turns out that it's a little more complicated or you want to talk to me directly, email is the best way to get a hold of me. I also have a direct-to-me chat function on all my guides, so if that is lit green and you're looking for some help, please feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to help. I'm not going to go through the minute details of every single one of these, but I am going to point out a couple of different ones, but they're to explore anytime you need it. Let's click on Getting Started. Sandra's provided you with a summary of some of the major resources that are available. We've also given you a listing of all the different Library Congress subject headings specific to music. So if you're coming to us from a school library or a public library that uses Dewey, our system's going to look a little bit different, but I promise you once you get a little bit more practice and if you ask for help when you need it, you're going to be able to understand this and use this more effectively. Reference sources are really important. So when your profs say to you, don't use Wikipedia, and you're wondering, well, what do I use? If it's for music, come on over here. These are your subject-specific music reference encyclopedias, dictionaries, handbooks that are written by experts in your field. Now, we still have some things that are in print. We have quite a few these days that are online, and in the case of the New Grove Dictionary, we have that one in both formats. You can also do a quick search of your topic right here, and Sandra's also listed a couple more resources that are there to help you when looking for that basic information that you need to really get a good understanding of your topic at the beginning. Okay, let's take a quick look at books. We are collecting ebooks a lot lately, but we are still getting print. We've got a couple of different samples of books and where to find them right here, and some tips that Sandra's provided you with for searching for books. Notice here that in addition to this call number, which is the book's location on the shelf, we also have locations. Now, just with the nature of resources for music, you might find that you're going to lots of different places in the library because things are in different formats. So let's take a quick look at the library map. This is available at the bottom of the library homepage. We've got 3 levels of the library. We're going to go down to level 9, which is the bottom, and take a quick look at what is the main collection. So that goes as a horseshoe right from A all the way to Z. In music, you're going to be looking for the M section. You might also find that you're looking at the oversized collection quite a bit, especially for some of your scores and sheet music. That's right up at the top of the horseshoe, and you can take a look and you can browse there as well anytime. 2 more locations that I want you to be aware of as music students. The reference collection right when you walk through the library is right here in this corner. We still do have some print collections that are there that are good for you. We also have the media collection over here, and that's where you might find some CDs, even some LPs, and some listening stations here as well. And of course, if you need any help, you're just going to go over here in person. You can come and see us at the research desk. So let's go back to the guide and take a quick look at sound recordings. In addition to those CDs that I was just talking about, keep in mind that you have access to some very large streaming resources as well. So take a look and explore that as you like. We also have some tips on how to search for these types. So Sandra's left you with some good tips here. You'll also probably be conducting some research into music, and that's when you're going to want to get into some of our article databases. Sandra's picked out a couple of different resources here, but if you click on the database subject listing, you'll be able to see all the different databases that are specific to music. And while the summon search on the library homepage and Google Scholar are going to get you millions of hits across all different disciplines and study, you might actually find it a little easier for you to go into some of the music-specific databases and do some searching there. And again, if you need any help, you're just going to ask. Now let's go and take a look at that second guide that Sandra's constructed for us. So we'll go back to the guides page. Let's click Open Fine Arts one more time and click on the Music Scores and Sheet Music link. So again, here's all your help resources whenever you need it. I'm not going to go through each tab. I know that you'll be looking at those ones all on your own. Again, on the Getting Started, Sandra's given us some general tips, and we also have that listing of the Library Congress subject headings that break down all the really specific subclasses that you're going to need to know about. In addition to searching in the catalog, sometimes you're just going to want to get down to the physical resources and browse. This is not a complete list, but it gives you an idea of how things are organized. A lot of the times, if you find who you're looking for, the rest of the stuff is going to be pretty close. And while there's a lot of stuff specific to the scores in the main collection, many of them also live in that oversized collection that's down on floor 9. And again, if you're having any issues finding something, you're just going to let us know. A lot of times when you're searching for scores and sheet music, you're going to go into the catalog, and you can do that direct from the library homepage. Now that's searching books, ebooks, videos, all sorts of different things. So Sandra's given you some tips here on how to restrict your search just to scores and sheet music. So if you do an advanced search and limit it by material type, that's going to help save you a lot of time. And a lot of time when you get your results list, you might see this icon here, which will help you out as well. She's also collected a number of different indexes, so take a look at the things that are here, and she's also collected some websites as well. So that was a quick introduction, just a few of the library resources that are available to support your studies in music. Most important thing that I'll reiterate though is that we have a job because of you, so whenever you need help, all you're going to have to do is ask us. Happy researching.